And from the economic to the emotional side of things here, adjusting to a new world of social isolation has been challenging for many of us. But for those dealing with addiction, this can be a particularly trying time. Our senior health correspondent, Monica Robbins, takes a look at the ways the recovery community is adapting during quarantine.
I started drinking and smoking with my friends at 15 years old. And from there, things progressed just like so many people's stories. I started experimenting with a lot of different drugs. And I did that for a couple years until 2016 when I finally got sober.
Tim Dunn was 4 years into his recovery journey from a heroin addiction and living at Elyria's Road to Hope house when the coronavirus pandemic hit.
Everyone's struggling a little bit with all this. Everyone's got their own things going on. Honestly, kind of in the beginning of it, I was a little bit invested, a little bit too much invested in myself, about how this would affect me and all that stuff.
He would have graduated from a physical therapy assistant program in May. Now, his next step is on hold. But he says the support from the recovery community has gone far.
Like the relationships with each other, us at this house, has definitely grown and gotten better because of this. Just because, we're all going through the same thing.
These are stressful times, and experts expect to see an uptick in substance abuse.
Once this epidemic is over, I anticipate that we're going to have a avalanche of people seeking care.
Tom Stuber, president and CEO of Lakota Way, says a sense of community is so important for those who struggle with addiction and mental illness.
The critical important is that you're able to connect with other people and get the recovery support you need and avoid isolation.
And though much of group therapy has moved online, Dunn tells us virtual connections remain strong.
We've also done the online meetings quite a bit with other guys in the recovery community and like some 12-step meetings using, the Zoom app. We could see all the guys in the community that we know and have helped us out a lot. So those meetings are really cool.
But many struggling with addiction have yet to start their own road to recovery and are most vulnerable.
Social isolation is going to be the consequence of this pandemic, and you're going to see increases in drug abuse and suicidal ideation and other social consequences.
But it's important to know help is available.
Nobody needs to suffer on their own, and certainly using alcohol and drugs is not the solution to solving your social isolation. It only intensifies the problem.
So pick up that phone and just call people and see how they're doing. And like I said, because everyone's going through it, and that phone call can make such a difference in someone's day.
Monica Robbins, 3 News.